But we didn't want to define, we didn't want to find what racial justice meant. We wanted to leave that open, which is what has been so fascinating about looking at the collection and what it means, how people internalize it, interpret it, express that theme, in different parts of the world. I think there's so much that we can learn from that.
Yeah, 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 definitely, definitely.
As a Nigerian artist, how was your interaction with the media and the killings that were happening in the US?
Well, the world is a smaller place now. I mean, nothing happens anywhere that you don't get to find out, one way or the other,
Mm.
And like I said, injustice feels the same everywhere in
Yeah.
the world. In Nigeria, there's a lot of injustice going on. We live with it every day. We try to find solutions to it and all that. So when you hear things like that, or yeah, prejudice happening in other places of the world, you can relate with that. And in whatever way that one could support, lend voice to the struggle, to the cry, I think we should. I mean, as artists, we have a platform, and this is how we express it. We let people know, because I think somehow people respond more to what they see than what they hear.
The images, yeah.
Yeah. So when we were able to express this situation, graphically, and able to connect with people's minds and stuff like that, I think it goes a long way to help, to allay the situation, so.
Yeah, we're seeing now also there's so much interest in, the art that's being presented at protests, whether it be murals, whether it be posters, and that those are starting to be part of an archive of the, the common knowledge or the common experience of people from different nations. And I know that when I was, observing what was happening, and it's still happening in Lagos or in Nigeria as well, I saw that there was a lot of focus on the arts or on, visual graphics at these types of gatherings of people that are making, demands for change.
Yeah, 1,000 words. Just one image represents way more than 1,000 words. So I feel like it's so amazing, because I feel like in this time lots of things are getting exposed, all over the world. When I was younger, I thought truth was truth and lie was lie, and that it would be obvious to most people, but now, it is as though we live in a twilight zone where things seem to be flipping over, where people call things that are obviously a lie, and then they're trying to sell it as a truth, So more reason why, sane people like us, I consider myself sane. I mean, because if I see something wrong, I say it's wrong. If I say if I say it's bad, even though sometimes it's against my interest, but my conscience demands that I need to state this thing in order to find peace. So we live in a time where the negatives are trying to dominate. They're making lots of noise. So if the positive keeps quiet, they take over. Everything becomes chaos and insanity, at the end of the day, So in the context of what's happening in our country right now, people have divided it up to, their threshold, and they want change. I've been yearning for change for so long. I mean, I've been hearing about change since I was a kid. The change hasn't come. I mean, it's only gotten worse, So I know we can't lose hope. I mean, we have to just keep going, because when you lose hope, then you die. We're not about to die. We're going to survive this.
We're going to keep going. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What can you tell us about some insight into the art world? And are you? But you're in Port Hope, or
I live in
you're in?
Port Harcourt.
Uh-huh. And I guess in Nigeria in general, how what's the feeling of the art scene right now?
Well, Nigeria is a very dynamic country.
Hmm.
You know, Nigeria is crawling with talents.
Mm.
It's amazing, from every corner of the country. There's by the way, Nigeria is one of the most diverse countries in the world.
Mm.
You know, we have, I'm not, this is not accurate, right? So don't quote me, but I know we have more than 250 languages in
Languages, yeah,
Nigeria.
it's incredible. Mm.
Yes, I mean, these people, we interact with each other, we get ideas from each other, we see perspectives that are different from ours. I,
Mm.
I, I live in Port Harcourt because I was sent to do some national service in Port Harcourt to get to know the people, to get to know the culture, and
Okay.
all that. Yes, and I found out that it's just way so much about the country. Our art world is very dynamic. And if you want to enjoy, because Lagos is the central port, of Nigeria, so to speak. So if you want to really see the wide range of what people do, in terms of art, you visit the galleries and the museums in Lagos, you will be astounded. It's crazy. And we largely paint things that are relevant,
Mm.
stories that are relevant, that describes our way of life or describes our experiences and stuff like that. So
Mm.
art for decorative purposes it's there, but it's not
No, yeah.
the dominating type of art in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, I'm sure that stems from the struggle,
Mm.
because it's like an outlet for a lot of people. I mean, for me, I mean, I don't. I mean, when I experience these things, the only way to get a bit of respite, panacea, is to express it on canvas, and then I feel a lot better. So, and I believe that's what happens to most artists in Nigeria as well.
Hmm. Hmm, that's interesting. A lot of fuel for creativity.
Exactly. Content.
Yes, lots of abundance, overabundance of content. I think it's
Exactly.
fascinating because more and more, I mean, I don't know if it was because of the theme that we started off with racial justice, but we've been contacted by so many talented Nigerian artists. Like I think a large portion of the submissions were by Nigerian artists. And I mean, and you're starting to hear, in international art news and, the African Gallery art, from the night from Aden Raleigh, one of the jurors, she opened a gallery in Los Angeles. So, having a base
Oh,
there
yeah.
to showcase Nigerian
Really,
artists.
isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
right?
Raylan Gallery.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So they have an LA version. I mean, and just seeing that on like the cover of the New York Times is talking about Nigerian artists. It's like there's a real buzz happening, and that talent that you're talking about is definitely getting the international stage. So that's interesting to see as
Oh,
well.
oh yes. Oh yes. And really, 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 as she's established herself as a force to reckon with, because she doesn't only just trade in art. She promotes it.
Hmm.
That there's a difference there. Because over commercialization of art destroys value for the art. Destroys value for the gallery as well. But when you create a consciousness, of value for art beyond just acquisition, beyond just the trading of art, you're impacting the art industry in a much larger way. So I give her kudos for that. I mean, she's done a great deal of that. She's visited me one time in my studio, you know. So, and I've been to a gallery, I think twice, thereabouts
Yeah.
in Lagos.
That's nice. Yeah, the incredible thing is that what she selects to showcase. Like, I think her opening show in LA was